Hello and good morning. Today we're going to do some drawing and we're going to have a little bit of fun. Let's start off with some ink, of course. Let's get some nice thick ink going on. Just to give us a good base for where we are. That gives us such a beautiful start, and that always gives me such confidence to start something, knowing that there's going to be such excitement there right across this, which is going to be the back of the animal, where we're trying to kind of get this nice thick loose feeling from, which is coming in the back there. Okay. You'll see me changing nibs a lot. It's not really so much a technical thing, it's more the fact that I kind of get a little bit odd with nibs. I kind of get to the fact that I think, well, this nib is bad luck, or this nib is not doing what I wanted to do. And in most cases like that, I kind of get a bit funny about it and I change them over. If I draw something and it's bad, I usually blame the nib. I never usually blame myself. I never think, oh my god, you're drawing bad today. I usually think, oh, that nib's not working too good, is it? So, as you can see, a lot of these days I've been drawing a lot of cats. The main reason is that I'm working on a cat book and I'm still trying to work out what I like and what looks nice when I'm drawing. What do I feel feels nice? What kind of gives me a nice feeling? Breaking nibs is one of the things that I break so many nibs. I know I'm just a little bit too hard on the action. Sometimes get a little bit excited and forget that it's only a piece of metal. My own fault completely. But something that I'm trying to get better at, I guess. I did a couple of cat books last year, which were called Cat, and I really enjoyed that process, and I got a lot of feedback from people, and I really loved the idea of doing another couple of books along that kind of process. And that was a really lovely idea. It started again over the INKTOBER, and it gave me that kind of lovely feeling of getting a lot of feedback from people about what they liked, and it really worked so nicely. I had so many people writing to me, and gave me a lot of confidence, and it kind of also, people would kind of constantly keep writing to me and saying, oh my god, please draw cats doing this or doing, and it became a great source for me. It became a great and it ended up to be a book, and a very popular book, and I still love it to this day. And people have been asking about me doing more of Cat and his crazy friends. So that's what I've kind of been working on. I've been working on some ideas along that. But as always, Ryan, tell me what you do like. I'm always curious to hear what makes you interested in what I'm doing and what I'm drawing, and you know, what do you like? I like the way that's come now. I kind of see that line that came in there is given such energy towards that. I love that. The cat kind of arching his back and leaning forward. It's come up lovely. I love that. And again, I love the way that the ink has this natural energy. It kind of flows and it blobs and it just splatters, and it seems to find its own kind of life, and that's such a beautiful. You know, sometimes it's controllable to a point, as much as I can, and then there's this element of excitement that just comes in. You go, oh my God, I love the way that's fallen. I love the way that's come up, and that's something that's stuck with me. And I'm really, really in love with this process now. It's become a little bit addictive, that I'm trying to kind of feel more of the drawing and try not to plan so much. Maybe it's kind of a little bit more in a kind of the way that you might look at jazz and music, a little bit more that you know all the elements, and you know, you've done your homework, you've done all your drawings, and you've done all your anatomy drawings, and you kind of know what should be where and how things kind of come together with structure, and that's kind of where I've come from at this point here. I feel like I know all or as much as I can, probably, about anatomy and construction, animals anatomy, and this kind of gives me this freedom of saying, well, you know this, you know that, and you can build on this and you can build on that, and this is where these drawings have kind of come from, and I absolutely love this process that I'm finding at the moment, that I'm kind of confident enough that I know what I can draw and what I can't draw. And yeah, of course, everybody has that thing that they're not very good at drawing. I'll keep that quiet. And then there's the things that you just love to. You get addicted to drawing, and you get addicted to the feeling of the ink. And at the moment, I think I've just got to a stage where ink's just got to a point where it just excites me. It's like I wake up in the morning and I'm kind of like, right, today I'm gonna draw what, and some of the lines, the way that sometimes when I look at a line, the way it comes down and it breaks off and then it blobs, and I get very excited by it. I really do, and that's what kind of fires me on with this excitement that I have with this drawing, and it's kind of, like I said, it's kind of like a jazz thing. You kind of hear a couple of notes coming together and you think, oh my God, that's beautiful. And you got to kind of go backwards a little bit and say, whoa, how did I do that? What made that angle? What made that movement with the ink? What made it so special? What made it so beautiful? Did I? And I love that. I love that. I'm just getting... Also, I've been experimenting a lot with inks, trying to find out which ones I like. At the moment, this is Talon's ink. I'm not linked to them in any way, but I love the fluidity of it. Whereas I've kind of got a little bit with some of the other inks, I kind of feel that they kind of sometimes get a little bit too stiff for what I'm doing. And at the moment I'm using these. I don't water them down or anything, I just kind of let them happen. I just kind of go with this natural flow that they've got. Again, love the claws. I love. And that's part of the fun with cats. You've got these kind of claws that, oh, you cat lovers know that you got to watch a cat's claws. You know, they're like little devils sometimes. Those cats. And I love the kind of dangerous side of it. That, you know, you pick it up wrong, it's gonna jump at you. It's gonna pop at you. It's gonna spit and hiss. So there's something beautiful there. So this is kind of like a joke for this Inktober thing that I'm doing at the moment, and it's kind of a play on the idea that the cat is playing with something that's extinct, and in this case it's a Tyrannosaurus, obviously, who's much bigger than him, and we're going to play on that kind of idea that he's enjoying the fact that he can play with this huge, big, scary monster, this little harmless cat. I'm enjoying this whole kind of Inktober idea, wherever it came from. I'm not really sure, but it's a beautiful idea of getting all these people around the world to just draw and just relax a little bit, just kind of enjoy the process. And sometimes it's like all this kind of marketing and all this kind of stuff gets so involved for people, so important for people, and you know, it's like I'm hoping that with my drawing and with things that I'm working on, that hopefully they'll kind of just gather their own love and interest, you know, that hopefully people will find it and fall in love with it, and go to the shop and buy a lovely t-shirt with something on it. If you do want anything special drawn, put on a t-shirt, talk to me, send me a message. I'm always interested to see what people are doing, what people are into, and let's come up with another dinosaur here, just to kind of add to this feeling of all the dinosaur toys. I think sometimes people can get a little bit afraid of ink, that sometimes you drop it down and it's permanent, but I think it's beautiful. I think it's lovely that these kind of accidents, almost, if you want to call them, are so beautiful to look at. Like, you know, some of these artists who can just draw straight in ink, come up with some beautiful shapes and lines, and you know, some of these kind of happy accidents are very, very happy accidents, because you're kind of drawing at such a rate. It's kind of like, you know, driving fast cars, and you're kind of like, you don't know where you're going, and you could crash, and you could draw something that has been a total mess. But in most cases, this adrenaline of drawing is just, oh, it's just so exciting. There's another toy there on the ground. Put a couple of toy bricks down there, just to kind of reinforce the idea that it's some kind of toy, you know. He's not a giant. So here's what we're doing today. We're doing another sketch. Again, sketches. We're just sketching. We're just having some fun for Inktober. And where we have our cat having a bit of fun with his dinosaur toys. That's lovely. I like that. I like that. I'm going to bring in a few markings on the tail. Lovely. And we're going to come up with the title. Extinct. And do let me know. Hopefully you'll see this on YouTube, and you can send me a message. Tell me what you think about today's drawing. And if you get a chance, pop over and see the shop. There's some art prints on there, and there's some t-shirts and hoodies and whatever on there, and you can spoil yourself. Why not? Go and spoil yourself. And that is the end of today's drawing. Hopefully you'll see it on TikTok. You'll see it on TikTok, you'll see it on YouTube. You might see it on part of the Inktober that's going on at the moment. So that should be quite fun. I'm always dropping paintbrushes and nibs and things on the floor. Always making a terrible, terrible, terrible mess with my ink. But it's a love. It's a love for ink. It's an absolute obsession with ink. And I hope you will enjoy my obsession, and I hope you will enjoy what I'm doing. Give me a comment. Tell me what you think. I'd love to know. What do you think of all this madness? Huh? What do you think? That is today's drawing. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was interesting to watch. Thank you very much for watching, and pop across and see some of the other videos. I will keep doing them. I will try and do one every couple of days or every day. Send me a comment. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful day.